Salas. They're the other Salas brothers. Of course, we all know David Salas, Rudy's son. First cousin Joey Brambila from the Brambila family. The beautiful Rita Salas Brother. Rudy's first wife, Martha Salas. The one and only Martha Salas. And David's wife, Daphee Salas. So, we want you to pay attention because we're going to talk about Steve and Rudy as brothers and friends and the side that we knew. You knew them as musicians and performers, and they were our celebrities in our city and in our hearts. So we want to hear the other side of it. So, where shall we start? Who wants to talk first? Anybody? Richard? All right, Richard, you're the baby, right? Is he? 2 minutes younger than Robert. You have a mic?
Yeah. Oh, this thing is it on?
Okay. He's been a brother of him for 50 years. He doesn't know how to use a mic.
Yeah. 2 minutes younger than me.
All right. So, Rich, tell us a little bit about, being the little brother to Steve and Rudy all these years.
Well, they were much older than us, I guess, 75 years older than us. Now, right now, that doesn't make a big difference, but when you're 4 and 5, that's quite a bit different. They were big guys, mean guys. But one memory I do have is when we were about 4 or 5 years old, me and Robert, we would be sitting in the living room, and my brothers would be singing harmonies, and they would try to get us to sing the 3-part and stuff. And we'd do it for a while, and then we get slapped on the back of the head, and that's how it happened. But eventually, my dad made pretty known that they were going to be the musicians, and we were going to, be rocket scientists.
We were, actually, I was hanging around with these guys for 50 years. They made us the roadies. That was the worst thing you could ever do, is get 3 18-year-olds or 17-year-olds who just discovered drinking to go pick up the equipment after, because we couldn't go to the club at 2 o'clock, so we went out and partied until 2 o'clock, came back, got pills, dropped everything. So, needless to say, we were fired. Robert, do you have one of those stories?
Yeah, I'm Robert, though, so I'm twin brother.
How long have you guys been twins?
I don't know. Anyway, I want to talk about Rupert's. They were very talented. They were both very competitive, and they used to play tennis together at Hall of Fame tennis at our high school and stuff. But mutually big, Steve, David, and I, they played, we used to play, at the local gyms basketball. And Steve and Rudy were really competitive. They would run for each other. Steve would sweat. And Rudy would I'm busy. But that's about to be the drive of their whole life. And then, so I'm just saying, they were competitive. When they brought it out in the studio, they brought it out on stage, and then, except for beating us up, so.
They were 5 years older or something like that? 5 or 6 years old. Anyway, we decided to play football against the older guys. Yeah, so we were like 15, 16, and they were the older guys at 20 and 21.
Jesse,
old men. And we beat them. So, thanks, Robert.
2 out of 3.
Well, something like that. Stevie would sweat when the wind would blow. All right, Dave. Now, David here, I've known this guy, I don't know, since you were 2 or 3 years old. And now you're older than I am. So,
what happened?
I don't know, man. I'm glad it did. David, Rudy's son. David, all these years that you saw your dad working and producing and writing and all this stuff. I mean, how did that affect you?
Well, I became a music producer. You know, I sat there with the best of the best. Joey, yeah, everybody, and I sat there just looking and looking and looking and watching and looking, and I picked up a few tricks. But I really want to tell one quick story about how me and my dad first heard together. On the radio. When we first heard it on the radio. Me and my sister and my mom were at a drive-in, and we had a beat-up old cargo van that my dad used to ship the records in. And the movie had ended, and he turned on the car, and Together was playing. And he thought it was a tape, so it was one of that. He's trying to punch it out, and then he was like, "That's on the radio." And it took off like maybe 3 months later. They were touring the country. It happened that quick, and that's one of my favorite memories of that era.
Oh, we were all excited about that, man. I mean, that was a worldwide hit. You got to give it up to two guys from Lincoln Heights. Come on. I mean, they were famous. They influenced all of us. They got me started doing comedy, so it's their fault. If you've been to my shows. All these guys played Carnegie Hall. I'm going to be in a Pollo Loco in Fresno next week, but that's how it goes, man. I'm going back there for standing ovation, 2 people. When Tierra hit, okay, somebody's talking, and I'm going to go over there right now. I'm going to fall down on you, and it's going to kill everybody at the table. All right? A little courtesy, a little respect, folks. Come on now. Quiet. Thank you. I feel like my mom right now. All right, thank you, sir. So when Tierra hit in 1980, now we have been watching these guys play since the 60s as different groups. Maya, the Six Pack. They created Tierra, and they were working places.